Welcome to another It's Personal. We take everything personal. My name is Chris, and here with me as always is
Nathan. What's going on, guys?
Hey, man. The weather feeling good.
Yeah, but we're already back to warm now. I mean, it felt.
In the morning it felt nice. It feels good right now.
You think so?
You know what that means?
What?
Holiday season, bro.
Can I be honest? I was sweating my ass off when I went outside, and I was
Okay,
like,
right now,
Yeah.
okay, when the sun starts setting and before the like peak afternoon,
Mhm.
it feels really nice.
Chelsea asked me the weather this morning, and I was like, she's like, what's gonna be like the weather tonight? I was like, 79. She's like, that's not. I was like, it's better than
That feels good.
It's better than it's been.
I'll take that over 100 degrees.
Yeah,
I'll take that
it's,
any day.
It's better than it's been. Because the other day when I worked at the place we both work at, when I say that I almost legit almost passed out, like I was running in and out, and I'm like, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's funny because I go in really, really early, like when it's dark and cold, and I come back outside and like the sun's beaming, and I'm like this. I have to walk out because I'm so used to like the low lit, dim lit inside. I walk outside, I'm like, it's so hot.
Yeah, it's definitely uncomfortably hot. Like we've been in talks of like possibly leaving Texas. Like it's got
For real?
Yeah.
I want to leave Texas anyways.
You wouldn't leave Texas?
I do. No, I want to.
Oh, you say you want
anyways.
to? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've talked about that.
I want to wait till I get like a career or whatever, and like. So the thing about me is, I feel like life is too short.
Yeah, I feel that.
To be in one spot all the time. Like a lot of people, like I kind of feel bad. I don't want to say I feel bad, but like I feel bad for people who like lived here their whole life or live in the city their whole life and they never get to leave. Like explore or like start new.
Yeah. And
I want to try to move to like. I really want to move to Seattle. Like really,
I don't know what your obsession with Seattle. I know we've talked. That's you talked. I don't know what the. I think you need to go.
Okay,
you need
anywhere.
To go.
Okay, but at the same time I love the Pacific Northwest, so it doesn't even have to be Seattle. I could live like just along the coast or like near the coast over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the rainy weather. And a lot of people are like, yeah, you get like depression because bro, I get depression because it's hot. You know, like
the hot weather. Well, that's what I said. Like
it's not fun either.
It's not. And like it seems like every year is getting hotter and hotter, like we said, and it's gotten to a point where like that very day I literally hit up Chelsea and I was like, hey, we need to come up with something because this is ridiculous. Like I can't.
Like it's like be scorching hot all the time or have a lot of rain. I'm picking rain, bro, especially like over here because it's like humid, which is even worse.
Well, the humidity, yeah, that is the other thing. But it's like it's gotten to a point too, and I don't know, I don't want to get like all, but like even Texas in general, it's gotten to a point where like I'm a little tired of Texas. Like in probably like 2-3 years, I'll be sick of Texas. But like
we
doing a lot.
We're going backwards.
Yeah, we're like I want to say we're up and all, but it's like bro, like kind of because at one point I want to go to Austin, then I thought San Antonio. Never go to Dallas. Fuck Dallas. But like these places were kind of like we're thrown around, but it's like I don't even think that that's far enough removed like from what I want. I think just getting out of the state in general is like something that is being considered
like new.
Yeah,
because we've all been to Austin, we've all been to San Antonio, so it's like all familiar to us.
Yeah, and I have no problem with those places, but it's like I think because like I love, and don't get me wrong, I love true to my heart, I love Houston. I love like I would move back in a heartbeat. I do love it, but like even then I think that let's say I lived there, we had a house or we had an apartment, like I still would be like I want to move. I think it's time to like take a little, because even if you take off for like 2-3 years, I've had conversations with my friends about this, like taking off for like 2-3 years and then you come back, you could always come back.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to at least like try these like multiple cities for at least like 2 years or like not even that. Okay, get like stay there a year or something. I don't know. Right,
and that's the
thing. Maybe a year's
too
too short, but like 2 years.
Yeah,
and that you'll be all right.
And then
like in the career field that I'm trying to get into, like I feel like you can do like more work from home type stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So it's like I can afford to go to these new cities without having to be like worried about, are they hiring in them
financially? Like, you'd be comfortable
because technically it's all like here. I can take this anywhere.
Yeah, and this is a good place to start with that too. We talked about that. That's a good place to start, but like it'd be so tight. Like I always talk about this. Like I saw I don't know what I was watching. Somebody was talking about like moving to Hawaii. That'd be super cool, but I wouldn't do that
Same, because I heard a lot of Hawaiians. Oh, why did I say like
Hawaiian rolls?
I heard a lot of Hawaiians like complain about like, many people moving over there, and it's like it makes sense. Like
I wouldn't.
I'll leave you guys.
Yeah, no, legit. Like I wouldn't do it, even though I would love to live there. But like, even like like you say you had money, like you're able to put in. I wouldn't do that because I feel like it's so heavily trafficked now that it's like, nah, you're ruining it. Like you're messing it up for people. Yeah. Even the parts of the island like they're opening.
Like the native people, like
they don't like.
But also they don't like too many people because apparently like Hawaii's suffering like so many people are like buying up land over there.
Oh yeah, but it's people that aren't even from.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they're not native Hawaiians.
For example, Mark Zuckerberg has like a shit ton.
Yeah, I saw a whole thing about him. He's taken land like so in Hawaii they have these things like. It's not like governmentally owned land, but it's like traditionally owned land. So they get passed down a land. It's not like official, but it's like
it's
official amongst the native people of Hawaii. And he bought up like a bunch of that, and they're trying to get it back, and it's still crazy like that. He bought up like a lot, like too much.
It's like, bro, you got all that money, just be cool. But go somewhere in Wyoming, bro. You don't gotta do all that.
And like, how much did he really be there?
I would imagine
he's like super gated. I saw.
Yeah, he's a weirdo too.
How much? 600 acres.
600 acres in Hawaii for $53 million. Jesus Christ.
He's not even there, bro.
Exactly. That is insane. In total, the Facebook founder reportedly owns 1,300 acres of land in the islands. That is 1,300. Like you don't even need all that, bro. He could own that, and he could buy it and then give it back to the people and just be like, hey, it's safe now. Like I own it, but like y'all, it's you have it. You know what I mean? Like I can gift it to you, kind of thing. I don't know, bro. Rich people are wild. That's crazy. Yeah. What I was getting at though is I would definitely love to go to Puerto Rico, or even as a joke, but it'd be cool to El Salvador. That'd be tight. Yeah.
Why is it a joke? Why?
No, not a joke, but like when we're like throwing stuff around, like places like, because Puerto Rico is not insane. Like I have family, and I mean I have a foot in the door to get there, live there, and like whatever. But for sure, like El Salvador's a little more like out of reach. That's more of like takes more planning and things. And like I want to say like, oh, it's too much and it's too hard, but it's not really. You pack up your stuff, you sell what you don't really want or whatever, or give it away, and you take off. I mean, it's not insane. I was
thinking about that earlier too.
What about taking off?
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
I told you I was like having like a whole crisis in my life.
You're having what do you call it? An exponential crisis?
Yeah.
You told me that today or yesterday?
Expeditional. Yesterday.
Was it? An excursion crisis?
Yeah, I had FaceTime you. I was trying to set up went to record, and I was
Did you FaceTime me thinking that I was BetterHelp or something? And I was your therapist?
Sponsored by BetterHelp.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I'm going through it right now. And I was just thinking, like, I need to leave, bro. Like, I need to like start over.
Yeah. Well, the good thing too about the place that you're at right now, you can definitely move around, like, over the 50 states and go. Like when you have a job that you can transfer and stuff, it is good. And like me, for example, like I work in EMS, you can do that anywhere. Things like that.
I was looking up apartments in Seattle.
Were you? We were looking at an apartment somewhere too. I'm not gonna say where, but we were looking at an apartment somewhere. So I mean, but that's
very
the thing.
Small.
Huh?
They were very small.
We were looked at studios, bro. We were like, how are we gonna do with the dog? I'm like,
and then there was like $1,200 a month for like. I was like, you know what? I in my house now, I'm basically just living in my room. I only get out to like eat
and
so if I had a restroom, in a kitchen in the same place that I sleep, I'll be all right.
Be real. Like, let's imagine you go and you're like, you know what? I'm going to plan it like 2-3 months, save my little money, and then I'm going to move to Japan. You'd pay the money and go live in Japan, right?
I would.
Yeah. But you probably pay,
it's
for a closet.
Really expensive.
Yeah, it is really expensive.
But also, I think depending where you go, though.
Well, that's the thing, too. Chelsea made a good point about, because I was talking about, like, we're looking at places, and I'll tell you where, but, like, we're looking at places, and I'm like, that is like insane as far as like pricing wise, like compared to what we get here we get a good deal, but like just Texas, like if you know the cost of living in Texas, it's very competitive compared to other places. Like it's really good, also why people come here. But for sure, like when I was looking, I'm like, that's like insane, the pricing. But she was like, well, the cost of living, which she's right, because we looked up like, you know, what I would make, what she would make, what I, you know, it balances out. It basically balances out to what we have here. So I mean, I don't know, it's good, but it's like, it's about making that jump, and that's, I guess, the most like nerve-wracking part is being able to make the leap. Because I mean, you're leaving family too, you know, that's tough.
Nah, I can do it.
I mean, let's be real. In the past year, I mean, I don't think a lot of us have, unless you live with your family, haven't seen your family probably that much, unless you live close to them as well. But like for me, I mean, I haven't really seen my family that much. I've been busy.
You know what the thing about me that I realized, like living alone?
What?
I really like living alone, like too much.
Do you?
Yeah, like I enjoyed my own company, which is a really good thing. So a lot of people, I saw this TikTok a long time ago. It was like living alone, you don't realize like your own company until you actually live alone.
Yeah.
And you realize like who you really are and like your own routines and stuff like that.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
It is. And then like doing it, I went through all that.
Yeah.
Like I went through like, man, like it's all boring. Like I have nothing to do. To like now I'm like, I feel like perfect. Like I feel like more, I don't know, I like it.
Like,
and then I go to places like my family member. Like let's say I go to my grandparents. And then like my grandparents' house is like the place everybody meets up. And we go there and it's like loud and little cousin running around making noise, and it's like, to me it's just like, I can't do that.
You don't like that?
I can't do that again. Like being a household full of people.
Well, you're gonna have to one day if you have family.
If
you're gonna have family, if one day you have a well, I'm saying like you would, like, I mean, you do take me as like I don't really have, you know, may have a significant other and maybe a cat, or like, you know, that's the type of person you take me as. I'm not talking
like
shit.
No kids?
No, probably no kids. Yeah, that's
the kind of person you take me I can see that too.
I don't see.
And I used to think like, oh yeah, but like when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have like 3-4 kids. Like I'm gonna have like a big family. And then now it's like, I go into it and I'm like,
I don't want anything. I was gonna say the only way you're having kids is if your significant other. That too.
That's the only reason.
Well, I was gonna say, but is if your significant other really wants kids, then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just how I see you as a dad. I don't see you as like a like. I
willing,
mean,
like willing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you'd be a bad dad. I'm not saying that, but just, you know, like when yesterday you called us and you were looking for baby stuff.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, what do I get?
You're like in the wrong area, and Chelsea's like, no, like it has to be like, because you're not in T, you're in whatever, you know, looking. And he's like, oh no. And then what did Chelsea tell you? She said something about you being a dad.
She was like, just pick something that you would dress your child.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to think about that.
I was like, yeah, I don't want that.
But that's the thing too, I guess, because that is the other thing about moving or not moving is like, and I'm sure people that have wanted to move or have like seen stuff, because, you know, we all get that like fever dream of wanting to move somewhere or pack up all our stuff. But like, that's the other thing too about, you know, thinking about moving is when you try to plan all that, but like, you just don't know if you're going to plant that seed in, you know, because like, that's the other thing too, you know, you have a kid, it becomes a lot more logistically hard to move, you know, out of Texas or to California or to whatever, you know, versus you moving and not having kids. And, you know, I'm going to live in Seattle for 2 years, or I'm going to live in, you know, whatever it is, may be, you know. So that's the other thing too. When you don't have kids, it's a little bit easier. Obviously you can do it if you have money to kind of like pick everything up and move. But I don't know. That's the other thing I worry about.
That's kind of how like I kind of put it in my head too. I was like, because before I used to be like, when I'm 24, I'll have like a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys are like,
fuck no.
I'm like, never mind, bro. I'm not gonna do it.
I can tell you right now, but I think as you're
24, right?
24, yeah.
Yeah, and I look at y'all, and I'm like,
bro, I can't have no kid right now. Well, that's the thing. Like, when you move in your life, right? There are people that you know that have had kids. And we talked about this. There's people that we know that have multiple kids, and it's like, and they're younger than us or our age, bro. And it's like, look, that is more power to you. I respect you. Nasty. I love it. No,
nasty.
But
don't do that.
Listen, you can do it, but it's like you got to be in a mental headspace. And there's people. I'm not saying any names. There are people that I know that I knew them in high school and then a little bit out, and I don't know. I hope that they grew into that. Well, they have the rabbits. I hope that they grew into that role, because that's not a. I don't take that lightly as a joke. You know what I mean? Like, that's a life. So it's like, you know, out of the jokes and into the, but it's like, I don't know. But at this age, Me and Chelsea had that conversation
I was
today.
like, bro, I can't. Honestly, I cannot take care of myself.
No.
I'm not even mentally prepared for my own self.
No, I'm not.
To be bring another life, bro.
To be taking care of something right now, I got the dog. That's more than enough. That's all I need right now. But that's the other thing too, I guess, about that I've learned lately, and I know I've said this. Now that I have more time off, I have more time to think about things, and I don't like being alone.
You don't?
I don't. That's partly why I guess I got a dog. I don't like being by myself because I probably need to go get diagnosed, but it's well documented that Chelsea believes that I have ADHD. So like I do things in a very like unorganized order. Like if you ever see me clean, it's like I'm like doing this and then I start thinking about something at Amazon and I'm sit down and I look at Amazon. Like it's just very like all over the place, you know? So I guess with that, I don't know. Being alone is kind of, it's different. I don't know. But like for you, you know, you're comfortable with it. You've done it for so long. But like, I guess I'd lose track of what I want to do too. Like, oh, I want to go ride my bike, or I want to go run, or I want to go take the dog out, or I want to go this or that. I found it easier to just pick something and go do it rather than like dwell and try and plan and, you know, things like that. I mean,
to be fair, it's what I realized with how my like mental state is. Being alone is also not helpful at the same time. It's because like when I go through like these time periods and like it's not good for me to do that, be by myself and like dwindle on my own thoughts and stuff like that, you know. But like when I'm like a good headspace, like it's fine. Like I just sit outside, make myself some food, and like I live like a
you sit outside?
Yeah, sometimes. Like when it feels good though.
Yeah.
Like right now I can sit outside. It's like so peaceful.
The sun setting.
It's quiet. You could hear like the birds chirping and it's just so like peaceful to me.
That sounds peaceful.
And just being by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's a different being by yourself though.
Yeah.
And also too, the other thing I guess is being removed from like social media or like just your phone, like putting it away and being able to like I talked about when we went on that trip to that little like cabin thing that was away. Like I was saying how you put your phone away and you just like, you sit outside, you make s'mores. Like we made hot dogs and hamburgers.
Well, think about it. Like when we went to the Grand Canyon in Colorado, we weren't on our phones or nothing.
Yeah,
like,
we take pictures.
To take pictures, that's
and
it.
videos. But like, yeah, you're right. We
like
were
nothing
there.
Like social media. We didn't even know about COVID.
That's true. That is true.
Like COVID was like Texas was going through a
blowing
whole thing
the fuck up
until like the very last day we were about to head back, and then we found out
all the cases and like the you know they're finding out about the strain. All that is true. But that's another thing too. Then that's why I think family trips are important too, I guess. Because what did we do most of the time? We either, you know, we drank or we played games, ping pong, like all this stuff. Like we hung out. Yeah. No, I got high. I just watched. I wouldn't, you know, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. Colorado was fun, man. Colorado was a good time.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about being by myself. I forgot. Well,
that's going back to that. I don't know. That's the only thing about being by yourself, because I think you have too much time to think sometimes.
Oh, but you know what I do though? That I kind of fill up a lot of space playing like video games.
That'll eat like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, so I guess that also helps me. Like I don't know how like the difference would be if I didn't have the video games to play. I think it would be worse.
I can't. Like it. See, I want to get back into playing games again. Like I have the PS4, right? I want to get a PS5 one day, whenever the fuck I can. But good luck. Yeah, good luck for real. But I think that the only thing like with playing games is it does eat up so much time. So if you want to do something like, I will sit and play games for 4 hours. Like it's easy to do. Like I used to do it. It's not hard. Even on like you play PC and you know you play your games, your little World of Warcraft and things like that. You know?
All right.
What?
This D&D.
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry. Whatever, Pac-Man, whatever the fuck you're on there playing. But see, like jumping around. I want to get a GameCube, dude.
Bruh.
How professional. Leave that in. Look at that. Look at that.
Nah, I'll leave it in, whatever.
That's fine. I want to get a GameCube. Did y'all ever have a GameCube? You didn't tell us something about that.
No. But we, like our cousins did and we didn't.
Cousins, okay.
Like we used to get babysat, but my cousin, she had one.
Yeah.
The one we did have was a Sega.
Sega, yeah.
Sega Genesis. We used to have that one. And I used to have like the Game Boy, and I used to have the original Xbox.
Elite, Nintendo. I never had an Xbox or the original Xbox. We have the PS2, but the GameCube and the Nintendo 64, I don't know where the fuck it's at. We still have the Nintendo 64 somewhere, but the GameCube, I was thinking about that the other day, and I saw that you can buy the game. Bro. I want to get a GameCube. I've been thinking about that, and I'm like, you know what? I might have to invest. It's like $100 you got on eBay or get it from somebody like a reseller or whatever. $100, and the games are probably like another 100 total that you can buy all the shit for. But I've been thinking about it. That's kind of fun. I think I want to just pick that up, have a little fun.
I think you can only go so far
with something like that.
With the game,
that's a nostalgia thing, though.
Yeah, it's a whole nostalgia thing.
It's not like a PS5 or whatever. Like, I love playing Call of Duty. Like, that was my shit back when. This was when I was in high school and a little bit before. Like that was, and Halo, and those are my games. Like first person shooter, that was my shit. But I haven't picked up. Like last time I picked up a game, like, I was like shaking, like, because I had the headphones on. I was listening, like you hear the footsteps, you hear the people like walking, or the like them reloading, and I'm like, bro, this is like I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the zone.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like I'm hyped, and I'm like screaming and just like, hey, I'm like, what? Like I'm trying to like play the game and shit, but old people problems. But
it's fun, bro.
It is fun.
I'll be in my PC like.
PC is a whole different. I don't know how you do that. I never understood how my brother did it.
No, you get used to it.
That's what you say.
I was like very, like
skeptical.
No, like it was very.
It was natural.
No. Intimidating.
Yeah.
It was very intimidating because I was like, man, I don't think I'll be able to catch on, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just like you could customize it to how you're liking.
That yeah.
And I just got used to it. It's like I played at first to get used to it. I played some like solo games, like. I would play some solo games to get like just a little hang of it. Yeah. Because I'm not getting killed every 2 seconds, Yeah. So I'll play like story-driven games. Right. And then I'll just get the controls like that. And I'll just move up from that. Like story-driven game versus a solo. I'll play like, let's say like the campaign of like Call of Duty.
See, that's the thing
and
though.
And then I'll go to multiplayer and then.
Now, especially like if you play games, I know now. If you're a PC player, I fucking know it. Like I can tell because there's some people that are just too smooth with it. And you just know, you're like, they're not playing on this. I mean, you can see the icon, I'm pretty sure, I want to say. Because I remember I played like Xbox.
It is a little bit easier to control.
What, on PC?
Yeah, then.
No, it is. Well, like if your frames are better than mine, like if you have all this, like if your shit's better, like your setup, you're going to be better. Like, let's just be real. And then, of course, like you're used to it. Because my brother used to always say, he's like, this was before crossover was a thing. Like he was like, if I get on that game, I'll murder you. Like it's not a match. And I'm like, shut up. And he's like, I'm telling you, if I get on there with my friends, game over. And I'm like, okay, dude. He's right though. That shit, they're good. I give it to him. Hats off. But that was my train of thought.
So what city?
What city would I go to?
No, have you ever been talking about?
Oh, I don't want to tell you on here.
You don't want to tell you on here?
Yeah, I don't know. But I'll read off this list for you, and then I'll tell you some cities that I've
Write
considered.
it down there. I want to see.
Okay. It's not anything crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like heavy. Like today was
like a certain city or like just
a certain city within, yeah. But like heavy.
I can see that.
I
would really like that too.
One place though that I did look at that I'll tell you is Oregon.
Oregon's really that on the thing. I would there too.
Like Bend, Oregon. Like Northwest. I think that Oregon, because the only thing though about Oregon that I did see is that like when they have like fires and stuff that are within the like region, it is a little tough because like if you're not in that area like where the fires are obviously, but like you're like a little bit close, the smoke and all that is like it makes the air quality really tough. So that's the only thing that's kind of like moving to like that area. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Get used to it.
Yeah, I guess. But like I was watching a video, these people had to like leave their house for like 2 weeks because it was just like you couldn't breathe. Like literally, they're like stay inside, keep everything like. If you go outside, make sure you're wearing the right, like, face covering masks and stuff. So it is, that's the only other thing. But I'm going to read off this list. Here's the top 10 cheapest states to live in, according to, I don't fucking this website. 1 is Alabama. 2 is West Virginia. 3 is Arkansas, whatever. 4 is Indiana. 5, Missouri. 6, Utah. I like Utah.
No.
No? Okay. Mississippi. These are all.
Yeah. I'm not living in any of those states.
These are all.
Sorry. You know why?
Number 3?
You know why? Look,
dead. Yeah, I don't.
I'm not living in any of those.
And 10, Kentucky. We can't really. Okay, so this is the 10 most affordable cities in the U.S.
A lot of Texas.
All
states.
Texas. Cedar Park, Midland, Ogden, Utah. Ogden.
I'm not living in any of those either.
No.
Oh, look, Austin's on there.
Austin's on here. Minnesota.
That's the only state I'll live in.
Minnesota would be tight.
I mean, city.
Iowa would be cool too. No, some of these are cool. North Carolina, no. Wyoming, North Carolina, no. But so Bend was another one. Oregon would be cool. Where else would be tight? I always talked about like a cool little California surf town.
Oh yeah.
Like Coronado.
What about living outside of the United States?
If
like besides like Puerto Rico
and all that, yeah. If I had to go somewhere outside the States,
Australia,
New Zealand. New Zealand would probably be one. I think New Zealand would be tight. New Zealand, Canada would also be one.
I'm not gonna lie, Canada's been growing on me. I saw this movie called The Voyagers recently.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's softcore porn, but it was decent. To like 4 out of 10.
That's not decent.
5 is average.
I wouldn't give 5 average. 5 means like you halfway liked it.
Okay, yeah, 4 then.
Nah, no. Okay,
I didn't like it.
If I'm rating it a 4, I don't like it.
I liked it because
what's a bad rating?
Okay, I give it a 6 or 7.
Right, that's like okay. It's not top.
I give
it
a 6.
When you give it a 9 out of 10, it's like
I give it a 6 because the main character she carried
the film
for reasons.
Because she was hot. Say it.
It was softcore porn,
and she was doing the best in the softcore porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who it was? The girl from Euphoria. She's like the lead, and then the guy from Pokemon is the.
Oh like
her boyfriend.
I've seen I have that on my phone. I haven't watched it. Look, it's good.
The story had like its potential.
Too much sex in a show or movie.
Okay, first of all, I have another thing about sex scenes in movies. They're pointless. No sex scene has like been actually
beneficial
to the story. Like there's no way.
Okay.
And then it's like it doesn't do anything for anybody.
I'm not typing that in. I'm gonna type in top 10 sex scenes.
Top 10 sex scenes.
I'm gonna get a totally different. I'm gonna be on a different website.
Like, cause it shows like no progression. Oh, you're trying to show that they love each other, or like if they're like having an affair or something. Like you could just like do that in other ways, or like imply it.
Okay. Are you done?
Like name one sex scene that was beneficial for any story.
The Titanic. So what I was gonna say is like. No. What I was gonna say about pretend you're a writer, okay? The only thing that I would say about a sex scene is that like there is like some like niche ambiance, I guess, thing to it. Like for example, a good example is Lady in the Water. Okay?
Never seen it.
Okay. I've only seen part of it and I had to turn it off. So there is like Lady in the if you have it, or Shape of Water. It's Guillermo,
Shape of Water.
Yeah.
I've seen like
I've never watched all of it, but her and the monster get freaky.
Yeah,
okay?
I heard they have like little.
That for the story and like the progression of the story is needed because I do think that it is important
But you can also write it where it's not actually needed. Well, you can tell a story without having that.
I think it's needed though for some part, but
okay, maybe for that one because that's like very specific.
There's a lot, right? There's a lot. You see her fall in love
because not every movie is like that movie.
No, right? You put a lot of time. What I was getting at is like when you're a writer, the only problem that I guess I would have with like sex scenes that I agree with you is that sometimes they make them too long.
Yeah,
like don't make me like there's shows, even TV shows, movies, stuff that I watch where I'm like. We can fast forward. Like I don't need to see them rubbing against each other
for a really long time.
Because like especially if you're with somebody and like let's
be real.
Very
awkward.
It is awkward. Like you're with somebody and like like let's say me and you're watching a movie together, and it's like it's like okay, like they're like whatever, they're kissing each other, and then after a while it's like okay, like we're 3-4 minutes into this. You can just do a simple 30 to 40 second scene of them.
That's still a long time.
Do you think that's long?
40 seconds?
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Okay, look.
Real quick. I think not to cut you off. What I was gonna say is that I think that is a very old school way of like setting stuff up because like, let's be real, like, in 97, 98, to like all, I mean, porn wasn't like accessible. I know it's silly to say, but I'm just saying like, movie like film people and stuff, because like even like what is it, like people that aren't from like European like film, they do like a lot of like, there is a lot of sex and like, but also you can be very what to your point, you can be very like coy and kind of like imply it, but not like, or like have sexual tension, but not obviously like have them, like all this shit, like when they're like bumping against it, it's like, all right, dude, we're doing too much. Like that's
and a lot of stuff is okay. I get if you do it like in an artistic way that like is different than other movies, but a lot of these like major films, they just do it like just cause
it's just in there. And it makes no sense.
Called like, it's called Betty Blue. Oh, amazing movie! You should watch it. And everybody should watch it. It's in French. It's a French film.
I like French films
from the 90s.
I like French. French films are good.
It's like a psychological thriller. And with them two, it's kind of like the scenes are they're well thought out because it's kind of an artistic way. Mm-hmm. She's very like promiscuous. Well, they both are. And they're like in a very heated, like young relationship. Yeah. So it's like they do that a lot. And so like a little like synopsis of it, it's kind of like they're in love. She starts going crazy. She gets like, she has like a mental illness. Yeah. And it's really bad. And he loves her no matter what, and then some stuff ends up happening, and she does some crazy stuff, and it's like 3 hours long. I really recommend watching it.
It's a long movie, but
if you like sex scenes in movies, then French people, they show a lot.
Showing all the booty cheeks.
They show a little more than that too.
Oh wow! Okay.
But it's a good movie overall because the story carried, and it wasn't just like, I don't know.
If it further, okay, but like you said, if it furthers the plot, right? If it furthers the plot, then there's nothing wrong with a sex scene. I guess maybe 40 seconds is too long. I don't know. Because like I know like when I was a kid and we go watch a movie, like when I was a kid, like they'd be like, cover your eyes. And everybody's like, and then you're like, I'm about to say, you're like kind of peeking. Your my mom was like, cover your fucking eyes. I'm like, okay, all right. But like some scenes are just, it's a little much. Like now I'm all for like, especially when I was a kid, like I'm watching a movie and I'm a little kid and I see like some boobies. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, but like also, when you do get old, like there's one scene that till this day makes me uncomfortable. And I think that is, it's a revered show. It's top 10 at least, and it's Breaking Bad. I think it's a fantastic show, but there's a scene in there for those of you that have seen the show. I've seen it a few times, like all the seasons. And there's a scene in there where Walter's like really stressed, and it's like further in, like it's almost towards the end. He's really stressed, and I forgot that bitch's name, but his wife is pregnant. And
Rachel, I think.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Fucking talks a lot. So she's.
I hate her.
Yeah, me too. So she is pregnant, and he gets like these.
Forces her.
Yeah, he forces himself on her, and then it's a really weird, awkward scene, and I'll never forget it because the first time I watched it, every time I watched the like show after that, I skipped over it because it's such a weird. Like he like comes on to her, he's all like fucking like super rapey. It's weird, dude.
At first, she was okay, and then he got a little too rough.
Yeah.
He's his alter ego was like showing a lot.
I guess it had deeper meaning.
Yeah, it had a little deeper meaning, but still, it was weird. It was a little weird.
It's a little like you're like, I don't want to like. We didn't need to put that in there, but there's thousands of different like stories where
But I also think that further the plot.
You think it further the plot?
It shows how far he's getting like broken down as a character.
I guess yeah.
Because what's his alter ego? Heisenberg. Heisenberg was coming out and Walter was going in.
I guess I never really thought about it like that. I just thought he was stressed and having anxiety, and he was like, I need to give me some. That's what I thought that was. Yeah. And it's more like she's like, I'm pregnant. Like it's just a weird, like, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. But scenes like that, when they really have no further of the plot and just kind of are in there.
Just because.
That's the only.
It kind of makes you think like how the director or the writer, like how they
pitched it.
Yeah. No, how they think, like you just write this because of your pleasure or something, or.
So I do think that every time you have, especially like if you have like a group of writers, so I think it's easier when you have less people. But like, there's like I'm trying to think of.
Like, who does a lot of what's his name? I forget the name. The guy who did like Django. What's his name?
Oh,
I forgot his name.
Oh my God, it's on tip of my tongue. Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin, I'm thinking.
Say his full name. Don't say Quentin like that. Like you know him like on the first page.
Tarantino. Yeah. You know what he does is
Q-Dog.
What's the Pulp Fiction? He has like a scene. I think it's in Pulp Fiction where the girls are like, "Hey, cutie," and it's like, bro, you wrote that. You wrote these girls to call you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other scene in there.
Oh, the N word.
No.
Which one?
Where they're gonna rape him, the dude in Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. That's wild.
That's a wild. And then he's like, I'm gonna reverse now, rape you, and it's like, whoa.
I've seen that. That's funny.
Whoa.
What's that funny? No, it is funny. Actually,
it is funny when you first see it, you're like, this is. But Pulp Fiction also was way ahead of his time, like crazy.
Pulp Fiction was very good.
Such a good movie, like fantastic. But I guess he's another one. He's a weirdo though. Like he wrote shit for him.
That's probably like, what if that's how a lot of these writers do it, like for their pleasure? Because it seems don't make sense, bro. Like name me like.
I think
like they don't need to be in movies, to be honest. I don't mind them, but they don't need to be in it.
Right. That's what we're saying though, like furthering the plot. Like like we said, Shape of Water. I think that furthers, but like
that's how the movie I was watching, the Voyagers. Like a lot of the scenes were just like, and then I hate the writing in that movie. It's so bad. They try to make her redeemable, but then she's gone too far to be redeemable.
Yeah.
And then I hate those, like, I don't like it. She does some like bad stuff.
Well, so because on this show or on this podcast, we're big on like different she movies. She
sleeps with her.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know.
Go.
She sleeps with her recently found friend who just killed herself. Her husband.
I'm out.
Her boyfriend.
That's too much.
She sleeps with him, knowing like the whole situation. They watched it happen.
Okay, can I
be honest? How like sleazy that is?
Can I be honest with you? So me and Chelsea had this conversation, and I was talking about like different shows and things that I watch, and like maybe it's because I'm not interested in things like that, but like there's certain shows and certain movies and stuff that just don't like, they don't interest me. Like I don't fucking like, I don't understand. Like that's something I would probably watch just because you told me, right? And I would go and I'd watch it, but like there's certain things like for example, I know it's a great show, but I just can't get into it. So Euphoria is like a perfect example. I know it's a great show. I know everybody loves it, whatever, but I've like watched 1 or 2 episodes and I'm like, like I don't, but I know right. I know a lot of people like it, and you know, but it's also hard when someone recommends you something and they may not be on the same frequency as you or like the same thing as you.
Nobody's really recommended me really good stuff. That's why I don't like, especially like Twitter. A lot of people hype up stuff on Twitter that's really overrated.
Yeah.
And I just try to look for stuff on my own.
That's the thing too. You can always do that, but I do take recommendations, or like I'll go, if someone's like, oh, this shit's trash, I'll normally go watch it myself, and then I'll be like, okay, I liked it. Because there's been plenty of things that I've seen. Like that's why I don't like Rotten Tomatoes or any of those reviewers.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't agree. Because I've watched like dumb fun movies that I really like. Yeah, it may like be a stupid movie, but it was like a good watch.
Like they always say, art is subjective. I think it is something, someone put that together and it might really click. Like I watched, and I know she enjoyed it, but I don't think she enjoyed it as much as I did. I watched A Quiet Place 2, and I hadn't watched it, right? I've seen 1, but I hadn't seen, 2. And if you haven't seen it, watch it obviously if you want, but I thought it was like,
I haven't seen it.
I won't ruin anything. I thought it was so fucking good. Like when I watched it, cause like I had heard like, Bobby Lee was talking about it, whatever, and I saw it, but I just never got a chance to watch it. And one day I sat here and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. It was so good to me that I watched it again with Chelsea. Like I came back and I watched it again with her, and I'm like, bro, this is like, it's so simple, but it's such a good.
Why don't you want to watch anime?
Anime? I can't get into anime, dude.
Have you watched the Star Wars anime?
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I have it, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
If you watch it, I'm mad.
Why?
Because it's anime, and you never want to try these other episodes.
But I like Star Wars. Okay. And we talked about this, and the people that they got, this is me being respectful, the people that they got to direct or like to write a lot of these episodes, they picked a lot of famous people that do good work. One of them
does anime.
That's what I'm saying. Show. Well, a few of them they picked. At least
one of them I know that.
But that's what I'm saying. They pick like people that are like known in that community that do good stuff. Even if whether we know them or not, but like. Which is why I'm like, they're highlighting a cool thing that different.
It's so good.
I want to.
First episode was really good. Watch it in Japanese
because each episode, I'll have to check it out. Each episode I know it's different. It's not the same. It's like different. It's all their own story. Like it's a one-off. So I do want to watch it, and I will watch it, but I don't know if that will get me into.
Watch it in Japanese.
I will.
English dub was kind of trash.
It was bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would get me into anime though. Like it's not gonna. You know?
Just try it. The first episode, watch it in Japanese. I felt like because it was
time to watch.
I feel like because it was based like in like Japanese village, like inspired village, and I was watching the English, a samurai based dude, and I was like, this don't sound right. And I switched to the Japanese, and it was so much better.
So much better.
Yeah.
Subtitles kinda.
It's because I might as well, you know. I remember used to watch these like Chinese kung fu movies, and I used to watch like the dub. And like their voice is moving faster than their mouth.
That makes me mad.
Like, this is so dumb. I'm gonna just read subtitles. Who cares?
I think doing subtitles is probably better. But I already watch stuff with subtitles because I kind of can't hear shit. So I get that. But I don't know. I'll look into it. Check it out.
It's good.
But any other anime? Probably not. Not gonna.
I mean, it's fair, bro.
No, I mean I'll try, but I just haven't found that one. But I don't have time to sit there and watch so much thing. That's what I always say. But you know, back to the movies. What's your? I would say in the past 3 years, what's a movie that you think is like just a really really good movie, but doesn't have a lot of like eyes on? A lot of people haven't seen it. Past 3 years, man.
Hey, not gonna lie, Kung Fu Panda is really good. Best, like a really underrated trilogy.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about underrated movies,
it's a trilogy though. Underrated.
I don't know.
Super underrated.
Okay. Can I be real here now?
I was watching clips.
Can I be real here
now? Really good.
Can I be real? The action, the fighting in Kung Fu Panda,
really good.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Like the snake and all them fighting.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Really good.
It's pretty good. Like even when old boy fights, you know, Kung Fu fucking, you know, he's out here doing his shit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like.
The hardest scene ever was when I think his name is Tai Lung escaped a prison. Hardest scene in cinema, bro.
Again, I'm agreeing with you. It was pretty good because I have watched it over again. I don't think I watched the last one, the newest
latest one. Yeah, I've watched like clips of it. I haven't seen the full movie.
And I know like they went off and did a show. I haven't watched like the newest one, but I do agree. But there are other movies though that I do think are
last 2 years. Probably Parasite. I really, really, really like Parasite.
Really? I think Parasite got a lot of love, though.
That didn't get love?
That didn't get love. Ooh. That you saw. I guess we can go on that. So you say Parasite. Seen or
it came out within the last 3 years?
I guess that came out in the last 2-3 years. Because, I mean, the last 2-3 years for movies haven't really been that great.
Last year, nothing came out.
Well, yeah, it did.
What? Like, nothing?
I mean, what? Parasite, Tenet. Tenet was still.
Parasite won a whole Grammy.
Yeah,
not
Grammy.
Oscar.
No, Parasite was good. Was good. Because you know what? That's a movie though.
The second watch of Parasite's even haven't
Is it really?
What? You haven't watched?
I haven't watched it again.
Because you catch like these like hidden things that
remember, that you didn't see. But remember how much that we were talking about when we were comparing notes of things like hey, did you see this? You're like, no, I didn't see that. And then you're like, hey, did you see? I'm like, no, I didn't see it. We're just like, the one thing I will say about Parasite is that I think that under just one watch, you think about it and it has like, there's a lot to unpack there. And I think that like at first I told you, I was like, I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it that much. But like now this long, like far along, I do think like thinking back, I'm like, it was a good movie. Like it wasn't, not that I thought it was bad, but now I think it's better. You know, now that I've been able to think about stuff and process more, like I'm sure if I watch it again, I'll be like, hell yeah, it's pretty.
I don't know. Let me check my letterbox.
Well, what you've watched? I would say Tenet probably. I haven't watched it again, but I know Tenet's like that I can remember. I guess old too.
Oh, The Green Knight.
I didn't watch it. Was it good? No, I haven't.
It's very good.
Is it? My brother wanted to go watch it, and I said no.
I recommend all of y'all watch it. It's an A24 film. God. Dude, they make good stuff, bro.
Not A24, bro.
They make some good stuff.
I know those shots in there are
beautiful,
amazing.
Beautiful.
A24 is like niche.
It's shot It's shot so nice.
Is it good?
It's so well acted. It's really.
Is it about? Okay, can you break it down for us a little bit? What's it about? Because I didn't the trailer. Unless you don't want to say it to ruin it.
I don't want to explain it. It has just stuff with like King Arthur and stuff like that.
Is it anything mythical? Like
yeah. It's like
Is he fighting Groot? Because that's what it looks like. He's fighting Groot.
He's fighting like a
tree monster thing.
He's fighting like a, yeah, somewhat.
But what's his name? The main dude. I like him.
I don't know the actor's name, but he came on Life of Pi, I think.
Was he on Life of Pi?
Yeah.
Let me see the.
I'm pretty sure he came on Life of Pi. Let me
see the cast. Is it
that's him. Yeah, he came on Life of Pi.
I've never seen Life of Pi.
Really?
Nope.
Really good, bro.
My brother told me to watch it. I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's shot really, really cool, like CGI, and it was like top tier for its time.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's some good. Let me see.
Hey, them A24 movies be good, bro.
A24 movies do be good. You know what movie I really want to see? I'm kind of excited for Dune.
Oh, Dune?
Dune looks good. It's a remake, but
really
it looks,
nice.
There's so many good people in there.
Yeah.
First of all, Oscar Isaac's
they
in there.
They got like a killer cast.
Dude, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa. Zendaya. What's
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that dude.
Dude, look at the A24 films: Green Knight, Midsommar, Hereditary, Lighthouse.
I wanted to see
These
the
are
Lighthouse.
all like.
Okay, I haven't. Have you seen Lighthouse? No,
No,
Moonlight. Bro, Moonlight's a good movie.
Uncut Gems. It wasn't that great, but it was beautifully shot. Moonlight, Ex Machina, mid-90s.
Uncut Gems could have been so much better, but that's a whole other. Let me see what else is in there. Mid-90s. I haven't seen, but I know that I've heard that's a great movie. Because that's
this movie High Life. I heard is very, very underrated. Robert
Pattinson. Let's see, keep going.
Euphoria.
Euphoria is A24?
I guess so.
It's under their thing.
But yeah, they got some good stuff under their belt.
Damn. You know what show I've actually been watching that I'm not mad about? I'm actually enjoying a lot. 2 shows, which is, they're both FX. FX has some fire shit. They always do. But Reservation Dogs.
I heard good stuff about Reservation Dogs.
It's just fun. Like, it's fun. Yeah. But I've been enjoying it. I'm a few episodes in.
And I think it's like the first native lead.
It is.
So that's pretty cool.
Even the like cat. Well, not only the cast, but the director has like.
It's Taika Waititi, right?
It's Taika, and then I can't think of the other guy's name right now, but he was on Tiger Belly. But he also has native roots.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So there is, because Taika's just kind of like threw money at it, like, and that's his boy. But he does have. So it is cool, but which I think when it comes out all the way, then you watch it. But Y: The Last Man, I think that is something that is. I don't think I mentioned it.
I've seen ads on YouTube about it.
There's something mysterious about it that I'm enjoying, that I'm starting to like a lot. Like it. I know I've said it on here last episode, but I think if you have time, check it out. Chelsea's into it now. We're both.
I'll watch it. Are the episodes long?
They are actually long. They are pretty long.
Like hour long?
No, it's a little less than an hour, I think. It's not like but it doesn't feel like an hour though.
Okay.
Like the story, I will say we're 3 episodes in, the story progresses pretty fast. There's a little like back and forth, so like they go back, explain, and then they'll go forward, but there's not too much of that, because I fucking hate when they do that. That pisses me off in stories. But if you haven't watched it, just quick summary. All the men in the show, or in the world, something happens.
It's all the men?
All the men.
Oh, I thought it was like over. Oh,
no. All the men in the world, like, basically they die. So,
I saw this, like the trailer was like, why do you got to be the last man?
Yeah, pretty much. So you, at this point in the story, you all the men, they basically on just some day, they start to see like with animals and stuff, and then all the men just completely get sick and die. And it completely gets sick and die.
Hold on.
Completely get sick and die. And like it's good because the one main character, he basically is the last man. So you get to kind of see, and there's like political like stuff within it. So it's cool. I think it's good to watch. Like it's interesting. It's shot in New York too, so it's pretty tight. It's always fun. But yeah, I mean, yeah, take a picture. But yeah, so yeah, I guess we gotta brush up on her. I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch Green Knight.
Yeah, watch it. It's really, really good. But I think personally, I haven't heard too much about the Green Knight. So like in the realm of
movies and stuff.
Yeah. So I think within the last 3 years, that'll be the like underrated one that I know of.
Yeah. I think Tenet. So if you haven't seen it, I think that's one that.
But that one did pretty well. I mean, it didn't do to like the budget, but it
didn't hit what it was supposed to. Yeah. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I'm nervous about Batman.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good.
I don't know if it's gonna be as good as we think. I don't know. I only say that I don't know because I had like a little premonition. I was thinking about like as we get closer to it and like it does come out, and I was like, dude, I want it to be as good as like the trailer, but if it's not, I'm gonna be
like, what do they show the best parts in the trailer?
Yeah, like I want the action and the gritty and the shots and like Matt Reeves on the fuck go off.
I also heard some stuff like from like insider sources.
Yeah,
that came personally to me. I'm kidding. That they said like the Riddler is gonna be like insanely good. And he's gonna be like a scary version.
If we get what the Joker was the first time around, like just that, like you don't know what he's gonna do next, like he's killing people, you don't know what Batman's gonna do, like you really feel like legitimately it's either a comic book or like the TV show, like you don't know what he's gonna do, because like at one point in the Dark Knight movies he was just gonna give up and be like, I'm Batman, like because I don't fucking know how to save everybody, you know. And if we get some of that, like that, the high stakes, yes, I'm in, but
I want gritty.
I don't know, I want gritty too.
I think it's gonna be gritty.
I want gritty, and I want detective. I want the greatest detective in the world. Like that's because in all our movies we don't get that. Like in Dark Knight, kind of, but I want.
In the Dark Knight, he finds fingerprints on a bullet.
Yeah, bro. Like come on, dog. Like Alfred's doing more than you.
You know what I'm saying?
Even in Batman v Superman, like Alfred's more of a fucking you know, like. My man just can lift up heavy shit. Like, I need you to be like that dude.
Yeah, they haven't shown that yet. I hope they show it on this next one. It has to do with the Riddler. He has to use his brain, so.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll leave you with this. We'll roll with this. We besides our movie that we talked about.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible for us to make like a little like either one, like a little like sketch, or like a little comedy skit, like a Key and Peele-ish type thing, or I had an idea about a.
Okay,
go ahead.
On that comedy stuff, I don't know how to write. I feel like I'm pretty funny.
Can I tell you
on here? Okay, on here I feel like I've been a little tied down. Yeah, I haven't seen the real Chris yet. But I'm saying like overall, I think I'm pretty funny.
I agree,
but I don't know if I can like write a joke down.
Here's the thing.
I thought I put a joke the other day.
I was
it has to do with
what? Jungle?
No, it has to do with like something bad.
Okay, that's okay though. That's fine. Can I tell you what?
You want to know what about?
I kind of do. Can you say?
Okay, so I was like, I forgot the joke, but it had to do with butt stuff. In the butt.
Like dude on dude?
Okay, so I was like...
No, you already started. Okay,
so in the joke, I was like, I don't know how it would be brought up, but it was kind of like a setup. Like you would have to say something and I would like carry off of it. Something like, something about like... No, not you say it. I don't want to say it. Say it! Because I don't know how I would bring it up.
Okay, pretend.
Okay.
All right, just play it out. So, what do you want me to say? Just play it out.
Say, what's something weird that you've done?
That I've done? That we're in the scene?
No, like, that. No, you tell me that.
Okay, what's something weird that you've done before?
I would have been like, well, you know, I've done like, I've done like it.
Get it.
All right, you better not look at me funny after this.
Go. What's something? So, all right. So I walk in. Hey, we're talking.
No, don't shut
up.
Don't come in like that.
I'm setting up.
Let's say we're talking like normally.
Okay, we're talking.
Like,
right, we're having a conversation. Hey, what's something weird that you've done?
No, how about it's more like I ask you what's something weird that you've done, and you tell me, and you go, "Oh, what about you?"
Okay. All right. So okay.
Oh, what about you?
What about you?
Well, one time I did like this thing with like anal. But I didn't like it too well because, you know, it was really hard to sit down afterwards. Okay, it wasn't that funny.
Okay,
I was writing it still. Okay. No, we're cutting that out. Not funny. No. It wasn't funny. No. You know, you could have these fake laugh.
No, please leave it in. Please leave it in. Can I tell you why? Hold on.
Fake laugh next time.
R.I.P. to headphone listeners. Hold on. Can I tell you what? I like it, and this is why sketch is important. Can I tell you why it's fine? Because I can look. Hear me out here. Close your eyes for a second. I can see this playing out like we're at a bar. Okay, you're at a bar. You're sitting. You're having drinks, and what we could do,
I feel so embarrassed,
is an entire sketch of just bad joke and shit that doesn't hit. Because have you ever laughed at something?
Oh, so it didn't hit?
Hold on, have you ever laughed at something that you know is just like
all the time,
just doesn't hit, like, and or it's like so bad that it won't hit, but it's like, that's funny as fuck.
It was funny
as fuck. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, yours is funny, and if I was watching that, I'd be like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him because it didn't, but it makes you laugh. Same thing like in that situation. So what I was getting at is, I'm sorry. What I was getting at is,
you know, you got a fake laugh.
Okay, you can insert my fake laugh. You want me to fake laugh now? Okay,
like a soundboard.
Like a soundboard. So what I was gonna say is, like, with sketch writing, it's good because in that you present your idea partly, and then I can just help you. Like, dress it up, make it, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I can't write jokes.
But we can do that.
Before,
and you know funny people. We know funny people. We know people that are funny, right?
No.
We don't know any funny people?
I'm the funniest person I know.
Oh my god. Okay, we have friends, and at least they can give you feedback, right?
I could feed off of my friends and be even more funny.
That's fair.
But I have never.
But you sit them in a room with you, and you explain something, right? Make them laugh, and then you go, hey, how do we make this better? And then you can obviously make it better.
Honestly,
what?
Not even. I'll just feed off of them. I'll be hilarious.
All right, that's fair. Well, fair enough. Either way,
I'll just riff it, you know.
Well, then that's fine. That's fine.
I line up all my friends right here. I'll just feed off of them.
That's fine, and we could do that. That's very possible. I had an idea that I guess I'll talk to you after that. Was
because we all been through, like, I'd be doing some stupid, funny stuff, and then.
Hey, I have a question.
They know how.
Real quick, are you the? I'm not gonna say it like this because
I'm the funniest one in all of.
Nah, I don't want to say the funniest one. Are you the most sus out of all of them?
One of my friend groups, yes. The other one is strong competition. There's like 5 of us.
Like, he takes it to the max.
There's like 5 of us that's like in the like neck and neck.
In friend groups, that'll forever be the funniest thing ever. If you're the most sus, I think that is
it sucks though because they don't be like come back.
They don't come with the heat.
They don't come back with the energy.
Yeah, that is the most. I think that is the fun. It's just so funny, comedic wise. It's
in my other friend group. It is funny when we do it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially when you have people that come back to you. If you're the only one doing it, you're like,
but they might think that I'm harder.
Yeah, see, that's
which
funny.
is even worse.
That's funny.
That's the one I said that I've seen like, like where the sun don't shine.
Everybody's asshole and
hair like jungles and
tight.
I've seen the moon rocks.
Tight.
I've seen.
What are moon rocks? You nuts?
I said it. Yeah.
Oh, I never heard
it all, bro.
It's tight. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my idea. We could just do a little sketch. That'd be tight.
I mean, we could attempt it. I mean, never hurts to try.
It doesn't hurt to try. I think.
But if you want to be tuned in, and when we do ever drop it, you can follow us on Twitter at @MP_podcast, and Instagram at @MP_podcast_, YouTube at Nothing Personal Podcast, TikTok at Nothing Personal Podcast, and that's about it.
That was a great transition plug. I like that. That was pretty good.
That just cut you off?
No, you didn't cut me off.
Like normally?
Yeah, normally it came out pretty fluid. You're like, and if you want to like, all right.
I just cut you off.
All right, I'm not mad at it. I mean, it needs to go in there. So, I think
subscribe to our YouTube.
Please.
Thank you.
Please, that'd be nice. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are liking the TikTok. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out the fucking algorithm on TikTok. I'm not getting it just yet, but we're gonna get there. Keep watching. Keep sharing the videos. That'd be awesome if you share it. If you find it funny, share the video.
Oh yeah, share it too.
Yeah. I think that's about it for today.
Yeah.
That's about all we got, huh? Like Chris said, follow all the socials.
Send us your favorite movies.
Yeah, I'll put up another thing. Hopefully you guys send us your favorite movies or what you think.
Or show.
I want to know recommendations too. That'd be cool.
Like, maybe they can recommend us.
Recommend something we haven't watched. We're coming around spooky season, guys. That's another thing. So get ready.
Tune in for some holiday themed
Chelsea
episodes.
had a fantastic idea, but I think it's a little too much.
We could probably do it.
She said to dress up every episode.
That's not that bad. It's 3 episodes.
Of October.
It's like what, 3-4 episodes? We can do it.
Well, we're going to do costumes, so.
Yeah. Tune in for holiday themed stuff.
Yeah, Halloween episode is going to be fantastic. I think that's really about it. I don't think we have anything else. Alrighty, guys. Well, as always, we want to thank you for listening and for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.